President, I would love to ask you about January 6th. You've called yourself the candidate of law and order.
Yeah.
When Time magazine asked you if you would consider pardoning all the rioters, you said, yes, absolutely.
Sure.
You called them patriots. 140 police officers were assaulted that day. Their injuries included broken bones, at least one officer lost an eye, one had 2 cracked ribs, 2 smashed spinal discs, another had a stroke. Were the people who assaulted those 140 officers, including those I just mentioned, patriots who deserve pardons?
Well, let me bring it back to modern day. Like about 5 days ago, we had an attack on the Capitol, a horrible attack on the Capitol. You saw the people that were protesting and spraying these incredible monuments, bells, lions, all these magnificent limestone and granite with red paint, red spray paint, that will never actually come off, especially in the limestone. It will never, I'm a builder, I know about this stuff. It'll never, you'll see it in 100 years from now. They viciously attacked our government. They fought with police. They fought with them much more openly than I saw on January 6th.
What? How can you listen to that list of the hurt police officers and say, like, I don't even know how to deal with this. The most important thing is that it's dodging the question, right? It's not a matter of, comparing it to this and this and this. It's a matter of your commitment to police. And so it comes back to the point that I was making earlier, right? Like, on the one hand, the police are the good guys, and yet at the same time, they are the bad guys. And it's a problem right here, right? So the cops investigating him are bad. The cops on his side are good. It's got nothing to do with whether, for him, it's got nothing to do with whether they're police or not. It's got to do with whose side they're on. And so the police defending the Capitol on January 6th were wrong, and therefore they got what they deserved. And the people who were attacking them were right, and therefore should not be punished. That seems, frankly, to be his logic. I don't think I'm even misstating or distorting what the distinction is that he's making here. And it's the same as the distinction he made about the documents and so on. There's me, I'm right. I don't mind the police because I was prosecuted politically, not criminally. And so it's about whether it was right or not, and not about the structures of the police and how they work.
What's going to happen to those people? What's going to happen to the people in Portland that destroyed that city?
But sir, my question is on those.
What's going to happen to
my
the people
question is
that
on
tried
those
to bring
rioters who assaulted officers.
You have to
would you pardon
what's
those
going to
people?
happen? Oh, absolutely, I would.
And there you have it, right? Like, he's going to pardon them, despite the fact, like, how can you? I don't understand how police unions can be in support of this, right? Except that their ideology, their sort of pro-Trump ideology, is taking over. Like, I really don't know, because what he's saying is that, cops on the wrong side are cut loose. They don't get, and this is maybe goes back to the immunity thing. If they're going to be trouble for him, if they're working against him, he cuts them loose. And he'll take the side against them. If they're on his side, he will pardon them. And so would this police officer, in the case in Illinois, be granted immunity? I don't know, but almost certainly by him, or pardoned. And here, in the case of the cops at the Capitol on January 6th, he's prepared to cut them loose. And the sort of left and right-wing attitudes towards the police are fraught, to say the least. But I'm not the one who wants to arm everybody and then have, shootouts with the cops at the Capitol on January 6th.